All right, we are live once again. Brandon Weber here once again. Thank you so much for being here on the live stream. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you coming in on the weekends. We're having a good time here. I want to make sure that we give you as much value here as possible. So hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you can get your questions answered here live. Lisa, hello, hi, good to see you. People are coming in, the subscribe tribe. The fellow subscribe tribe members are coming in. Let's talk about accessing this new FICO score, okay? Let's talk about accessing the new FICO. Now, a lot of people have been emailing me. They've been questioning, hey, what's going on with the new FICO? I'm hearing different things. You know, what should I do? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it this? Is that? The third? So, first of all, I want y'all to be able to access it if you need to access it. Now, of course, let me make this clear right now. The new Ultrafico is an opt-in score, so you don't have to opt in right now, okay? You don't have to give FICO and Experian. It's a partnership, FICO and Experian and another company, Fidelity, Financity. So FICO, Experian, Financity. And look, you can go to, I'm going to put this up here for you right now. I'm going to put a link right here in the chat. I don't know if you've seen this yet. There is a way for you to actually sign up for alerts, an email alert, and it says, if you're interested in getting your Ultrafico score, when it becomes available, please complete the form to receive news and updates, okay? So I'm not saying you need to. I'm not saying you want to. I'm not saying you want to access it. But if you do, you should know where to get it. You should know where you can get this information. If they're going to have any type of new scoring information, you want to have access to it. So let me put it right here in the chat. Look at that. FICO.com/ultra. FICO. Bam. And you can learn all this information for yourself. I want to make sure that you have this knowledge. Now, what is this new Ultrafico? A lot of people know what it is because we've talked about it before on the channel, but I want to make sure that we go over it one more time. Opt in to give them your checking account and potentially savings account or money market account information, okay? So you would be giving them your checking account information. Now, I'm going to keep my opinion towards the end here. You would be giving them your information to help you with potentially boosting up scores. It says, okay, look, they want about $400 in a checking account monthly. They want to make sure that you're not overdrafting. They want to make sure you're paying your bills on time, that kind of stuff, okay? Now, if you've gone through the mortgage lending process and you have gotten a loan for a home, you've gone through something similar. You probably had to produce income statements, tax returns, your ability to pay back this loan. It's not a far cry from what we have. Now, what they're trying to do primarily is they're trying to get people more credit worthy. They're trying to get people that may not have credit scores or having difficulty with credit, boost up their scores, boost up their credit with this potentially new scoring model. And again, it hasn't been widely adapted. It has to be adapted by consumers. It would have to be adapted by lenders. And the two of them would have to work together to help them boost up scores and get their loans that they want or the credit cards or whatever it is they're trying to achieve, okay? So you're looking at individuals who might be right out of the range of scoring to get maybe a home, a FHA loan or a VA loan, people who might need to get a credit card or whatever, card note, whatever, right? They're just out of that. They say, you know what, let me try this Ultrafico, or maybe it's a thin credit file, okay? So we know right here, we don't have to be giving them nothing, man, okay? So one of the cons of it is that you have to give them information, but you might not have to. If you have negative items, you have collections, charge-offs, you've got repossessions, you've got foreclosures, you've got whatever, you can dispute this stuff. And this brings me to Giselle, okay, Jones. She says, hey, Brandon, amazing video. After sending off my first round of letters, I got 8 accounts, been deleted off my credit report, and my credit score went up 22 points. Now I'm sending off my second letter, but a couple of questions from Equifax came back asking about my ID, okay? All right, I sent the ID, I sent the social. What are they doing? You know, it's a stall tactic. It's a stall tactic. They want you to resend your letter showing that you have their ID, your social, and your utility bill. Send it back, dispute this stuff. You've already got 8 negative accounts deleted. Congratulations. So for this individual, why would they need the new Ultrafico? You know, to dispute. But someone with a thin credit file who doesn't necessarily know that they can put on authorized users like here, okay, or they can put on the My Jeweler Club cards or any of these good trade lines, the selflender.com. They might be young. They might be 18. They might be having a bank account, they might say, hey, you know, I'm trying to get a car note real quick. I can really put on my bank account information really fast, boost me up, boom, I can get what I need, right? Not everybody can get a credit card at 18, 19, 20 anymore, right? With the Card Act. I know you guys are probably familiar with the Card Act, 2009. Unless you can show proof that you can pay or that you have a cosigner, you can't get a credit card. You may not be able to get credit. So it can be a little bit challenging when you're younger, yeah? So Ultrafico is trying to make it easy for people who don't know information that we know here, because there's millions and millions of people out there who are not creditworthy. This is the subscribe tribe, the special VIPs, okay, who know this type of information, that know, like Giselle Jones, can dispute with the 609 dispute letters at 609creditrepair.com and dispute this negative stuff off, all right? So a lot of you guys may not have to worry about Ultrafico. So I want to ease your concerns, let you know, hey, one, it's an opt-in. It's mainly a pilot program right now. It's not something that you have to be opting into if you don't want. I gave you the link if you want to get it and look at it and make sure they're not playing games with you, right? If you want to be on their little mailing list or whatever, I say you don't need to do that if you don't want to, because it's more information given to them. You can dispute your own negative items, all right? We know how to do that here. You're going to be okay. But I get people who get concerned. They think it's bad. They think they're going to have to automatically jump into it. They start making a lot of conclusions here. Relax. It's going to be all right. You don't necessarily have to do. You may not have to do this new Ultrafico, okay? Now, if you have more questions or concerns, you can email me, okay? I'm going to put my email here. Or if the typing is a little loud. Jera is back on the live as well. Jera is a moderator. Thank you, Jera, for being here. We appreciate you. All right. Let's see here. Make sure I get to your questions. If you've got some questions and you want to put them in here, please feel free to do so. All right. And I will get to as many questions as I possibly can. I've also put my email there as well. So I know a lot of you subscribe tribe members come every Saturday diligently. And you got my email as well. Hey, Brandon, how important is CoreLogic? CoreLogic can be important if you have an eviction. We have a young woman who gave a testimonial. It says, I have a video out here. It's how to remove evictions. And it's got a young woman who disputed her eviction with CoreLogic. And she disputed with LexisNexis. It came off for her. I'm not saying everyone, but it came off for her in 30 days. And she was able to dispute with the credit bureaus after that. Okay. So their ability, your ability, to dispute with CoreLogic can be helpful. Also, what we're seeing is freezing up CoreLogic can help with some of these non-account holding inquiries, okay? So CoreLogic can be kind of important if you're going through a specific scenario, but you know, if not, you may not have to worry about it, right? If not, if you're not dealing with some of those things, you may not have to worry about it, all right? And Garrett says, I'm not giving them any more information they need to about Ultrafico. And that's true. I mean, with data breaches, with all sorts of mining issues, they're going to be looking at your stuff. You don't need to be giving them information, right? I only wanted to put out the information out there for you so you know. But again, yeah, if you want to become credit worthy, you can stay here with the subscribe tribe, the disputes, the AU trade lines, the primary trade lines, the self lenders, the Jewelry Club cards, the New Coast Directs, the dispute, and getting negative items off of there, boosting up your score as normal. This is pretty much for, let's say, the millions of people that don't know, you know. Cynthia. All right, Cynthia, need that bankruptcy removed. Now, you want to pull your LexisNexis report. I'm going to get you the LexisNexis link because I think people may not realize where to get it. It's a little confusing. They don't make it easy. All right. They never make it easy. Okay. All right. They never make it easy. All right. So this is a link. Pull your LexisNexis. You can pull that sucker. I've seen it. I've seen BKs on there before. You can circle that BK, okay? And this is specific to LexisNexis. You can circle that BK. You can send in your dispute letter with that copy of the circled bankruptcy on the LexisNexis report. Send it into them. Get that joker off of there. Now, they might say silly stuff, right? Oh, it was verified or whatever. Maybe went to the courthouse and verified whatever. No. Okay? You can always write a letter to the courthouse and say, hey, do you guys release full socials to third-party information? And what they usually come back is they'll say, well, it's public record. And I'm like, yes, but do they get full socials, as that would be a violation of privacy laws? Yeah. So they're not able to 100% verify things. And that's the area that we have. They're saying it's verified. Yeah, we've got most of it, right? That's how they're verifying. And we're like, no, you don't have all of it. It could be, guys, I get emails all the time. People, last couple emails where people were, it was the husband had a loan and defaulted on the loan. And then it went on to the wife's credit, but she didn't sign for the loan. She didn't take out the loan. It wasn't hers at all. Okay. I just did a video about a young woman whose mother took her into the hospital, and the child had medical insurance, and they tried to stick the bill with the mother, but she had insurance and it was with the father's insurance. Okay. So they will try and do all sorts of silly things to quote unquote verify or get funds out of you. Okay. Same thing with the bankruptcy. Names, addresses, socials, they all have to be 100% confirmed. Okay. So dispute with LexisNexis, dispute with the big bureaus. And we have letters, I'll tell you right now, and I think I've read this to you guys before, but I just want to make sure that you know about the PACER system. And I know you guys know about the PACER system, but I want to read this to you so you absolutely are 100% sure that they're not supposed to have any of this information, okay? I know for a fact your company receives information on bankruptcy from a third-party system known as PACER. The PACER system is inaccurate and incomplete, since the PACER does not provide complete social security numbers, as that would be against FCRA and privacy laws, right? So you trap them up using their own rules and their own laws and the stuff that we have. It's the same thing with the e-Oscar, right, that we've talked about. The e-Oscar, where it's like, hey, you know, we don't want it to get scanned. We'd prefer a manual review or whatever. Hey, like I say, scan it. Let's see what happens when you scan it and automatically verify things. And trap you up. I'm going to let you know that you're not allowed to use that and not allowed to do that, all right? Let's see. Lauren, oh my God. Hey, Brandon. Hey, how are you? With Experian having so much trouble keeping our information private, why would you want to give them a checking account? Exactly. Exactly. You don't want to give these guys, since the Equifax breach, yeah, you don't want to be giving out this kind of information, right? All right. Cap One's playing games, Jonathan. They'll put a disagreement code, right? They just say that you disagree with the findings of what they found. That's it. That's all they're doing. They will say things. This is the thing. This is what I got an email this morning. It's like, what does this mean? What is this? This collector said, this CB code, credit bureau code for the credit bureau. These are games they play. Oh, this is the account or code that we utilize with the credit bureau. This is what we found. This is what they'll give you all these smoke screens. Look at this and look at that. And we got this and we found this. And where's the contract with my signature on it? Where's my voice authorization for this? Where's anything that substantiates this and proves this, right? Same thing. Oh, well, you disagree with our findings. We'll just put a code there that says disagree. They hope you go away. Oh, I guess that works. Okay. No, it's the same thing with putting a consumer statement. They'll say, oh, well, you can put a consumer statement if you'd like. Yeah, sure you could, but that doesn't change that they haven't substantiated anything that you need to dispute, and you can send in your 609 dispute letters to do so. You can send in the collection validation letters if Cap One is no longer the collector on this, all right? Yes, the good authorized user, Cynthia. The thing about the authorized users and the buddy that I have who had bankruptcy, the authorized users will help. The more you get, the better it is until you get that BK off, okay? Natasha, am I late? No, you're just on time, Natasha. Okay. Let's see, checking out 153. Okay, let's see. Lit. I have a collector that's been on my report 13 years, refused to remove. I'm on my second round of letters. Yeah, that's outside the statutes of federal limitations, right? 7 years, 7 years, 7 years since first date of delinquency there. So that's a quick complaint. The CFPB, okay, Better Business, they're supposed to take that stuff off. All right. got everything off TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian won't remove accounts. Yeah, I got everything off of TransUnion, Equifax, but Experian won't remove accounts. Yeah. Excuse me, pain in the ass. It's funny, right? The other two see, they can't verify it. They know it's not 100%. They take it off. But Experian wants to play games. So send your next round. Send a demand letter as well. I think sometimes they want to not do their due diligence, right? They don't want to share data with each other. They don't want to actually do a reasonable investigation. And what we talked about before is they need to not just use the automatic system, okay? They can't merely parrot information from the creditors and collection agencies. And there's cases, okay? We've talked about Cushman versus TransUnion, Experian, Stephenson versus Experian, Richardson versus Equifax, all right? Every time, these bureaus have to do a reasonable investigation to ensure the validity of the debt. Okay, merely parroting eOscar isn't enough. And what it says is here is the Fair Credit Reporting Act allows damages of $1,000 should this matter end up in court. So if Experian doesn't want to play ball and they want to do some silly stuff like they're doing, send them a letter, you show them that $1,000 fine. If they scan that, what happens in there, what we've seen is that gets much more attention. That gets highlighted for them, okay, in their system, all right? And you're letting them know, and the courts are available to you, okay? People have done it. People have won. People have gotten settlements. Don't let them play games with your credit, especially if the other two are removing it, okay? Yes, Dustin. Okay. So for an eviction, LexisNexis, okay, CoreLogic, RentGrow. I want to put this in here for you. Actually, just did a video, but for the Subscribe Tribe members, I'm gonna let y'all know. Rent Bureau. Okay, Experian has a special Rent Bureau. Experian Rent Bureau. It's one word. Rent Bureau. Appfolio. Let's see. Rent reporters. RentGrow and screening reporters. God, so many silly things. Now, again, you don't have to. You don't have to do it if they come off the three bureaus and you get your apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get what you need to do, okay, you got it off CoreLogic, you got it off the three bureaus, got it off LexisNexis, and you are like, okay, maybe I'm okay, or you've looked at some other stuff and it's not there, you may not have to dispute everywhere, is what I'm saying. You may need to find where it is reporting, and many of the places will tell you where it's reporting. They'll let you know because they want to get you qualified. I had a gentleman who told me, hey, they're letting me know it's on my Rent Bureau with Experian. What do I do? You can dispute that. You can get that report. A lot of these places, just like, these FICO scores trying to be slick and all this, they want people to lend to. And inaccurate information, unverified information, they get it. They know. They even put, I'm looking at it right here, dispute. I'm looking at right here, you can dispute with RentGrow. I mean, they let you know that you can do this for yourself. And we have the letter. I'm just getting this link, sorry. Okay, there we go. We have the letters for you. You can dispute, 609 dispute letter, 609 dispute, 609creditrepair.com. You can get this done. Okay, we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. We've seen it. We've seen it happen for people. All right, let's see. Gloria. 4 late payments on a car note that's already been paid. The late payments are spread over a few years. Okay. Can I dispute with CRAs? Yeah, absolutely. If you did some goodwill letters, they've already paid. You've already paid it. You've done goodwill letters. You've called them. They're like, well, we got our money. We don't care about no Gloria no more. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. We have late payment dispute letters. You can send a late payment dispute letter right to the credit bureaus and have them substantiate it. They need to prove that you were late. They need to have that proof on file, this late payment loan, whoever had this loan for your car. And you think they already got their money. You think they're going to want to sit there and verify and sit there and push some buttons and say, oh, yeah, this is verified, and keep doing this over and over and over again? No. They already got their money. You're costing them precious resources. And they probably didn't keep records from years ago on a potential few late payments, okay? Good afternoon, checking in. Nicole, good to see you. Natasha, hello, how are you? Greater and Broad Jones, thank you so much, I appreciate it. Okay, David, I have a Chase card account that was a charge-off, all right? I didn't know any better. Didn't hit that subscribe button, that bell for notifications, so do so right now. If you're watching the replay, please do so. Okay. If you do something like this, this is what you can do, okay? I have a Chase card account that was a charge-off. I didn't know any better. I paid the collection agency that had the account, settled it for less than about $500 balance, okay? I did it, my FICO score went down right now. What the hell, right? That's what I tell you, don't be paying. Jerome, get your time. And I'll tell you, don't be paying these debt collectors, okay? Don't be paying these debt collectors. This is why, because, and this is just normal use of the FICO score, I myself have to use my credit cards properly, okay? And I'll explain in a second. So you pay something down, your balance goes down. I have a buddy, okay? Jera was talking about this, right? Jera, moderator, right here, part of this channel. She was paying down her car note. Came down a little bit for a little period of time. I paid off one of my credit cards. My credit score came down for a little bit of period of time. I was like, what the heck is this? So I had to start using my credit card again. I was just using one credit card. I was like, I got to use this one again. Why? Did I forget? Yeah. A month went by. I didn't use it. I was like, whatever, no biggie. Credit score came down a little bit. I was like, what? What is this? So I have to use a little bit, just monitor it. It's no problem, right? It's the same. And once you're out of debt, once they don't see no debt, then they start to work. They want people in debt too. It's weird. They want you in the system. They want you using the system. They want you right in the middle. They want to make money off of you. They are adjusting stuff to make as much money as possible. Okay. So this is why I say don't pay these debt collectors, right? They're gonna have to substantiate, sign a contract, an agreement between you and Chase. Okay. So what do you do now? You dispute it. You get the Chase charge off. You get the collection account off. You dispute these negative, nasty items off. It's already paid, so you're not going to have to worry about them trying to come after you anymore for the money. You're not going to have to really worry about them verifying and trying to get money out of you. Dispute these jokers, the same thing. If this happened to you, people have commented, and I've gotten comments, all right? I've got some comments here that say, what do I do? If I've already paid and it's a collection or charge off, dispute this sucker, get it off, all right? A lot of times you have even more leverage because they're not making no money on it, all right? And that brings me to another question. It's like, can a collection agency attempt to try and collect a debt that is not on the credit report? Yeah, they can attempt to do anything, right? They can attempt to do all sorts of nonsense stuff, but you can send a validation letter if you want to dispute. If it's not on the bureaus and you don't feel like they have any means to put it on there, right? Knock this thing out, dispute this sucker. Let them know that you're not going to be pushed around. I had somebody email in who said, hey, I was intimidated by the collector. They said they were going to put it on my report unless I paid them. Well, hey, they're not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff, right? They're supposed to do reporting independently of pay. That's holding you hostage, okay? That could potentially be a violation. If they want to report, they report. They don't want to report, they don't report. But this pay for play, this payola type system, man, that's not okay, right? So these are things to watch out for that these collectors do. And you'll put stuff on there that's not necessarily verified or validated 100%, maybe not even yours. You don't even know. I have people that email in, they're like, well, I don't even know if this is mine. I'm like, is it yours? I'm not sure. I think so, maybe. I don't know. That's what you're asking. Oh, let's see. Let's see. David, check your email. I did it. Okay, cool. David, got your email. Okay. Pamela, thank you very much. Subscribe, try member here. Okay, so for small claims, for the violations, for whether it's the bureaus or it's the collectors or creditors, you're going to want their information. Okay, the business's information, the corporation's information, usually a registered agent, and you can usually find that at the Secretary of State website in where either they're, well, definitely where they're incorporated. Okay, definitely where they're incorporated. but also potentially in the state that they're trying to do business in, okay? So that is a potential for you, all right? Garrett, I went crazy and sent out too many letters at the same time. Now they have extra time, so I'm going to leave until January. Okay, here's the thing. I have a video on disputing too fast, Garrett. All right, maybe you missed that one. Give them the 30 days. Give them the 30 days from when they get the letters, okay? Because this is what can happen. If you send a letter at 30 days and you send another letter to the bureaus, okay, to the bureaus, I'm talking about the bureaus, then they might get an extra 15 days or whatever because they have new information, right? Boom, 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 like little clockwork. Some people go sending 3, 4, try to send 2 or 3 letters, rounds of letters all at once. I'm not sure why. Or they'll take big gaps. I had somebody email in the other day, was like, hey, it's been 8 months since I sent out my first round of letters. What should I do? Should I start over? Should I start with round 2? What do I do? As I say, in that scenario, if you've kept really good records, maybe, but it might be best to show that you've sent disputes every 30 days. It's going to be stronger for your case, okay? Subscribe tribe, all right. Michael says, love your program. I'm in Pittsburgh and your system is legit awesome as long as you follow it. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. How do you remove foreclosures? You can dispute those as well with your 609 dispute letters. Also find any inaccuracies in their reporting. Typically, they're reporting the liabilities incorrect, probably saying you owe something that you don't, or the interest is different or something like that. It's another way to do that. All right, student loan lates, okay? Goodwill letters, calling, that's how I did it. And I disputed with the bureaus at the same time. I did everything. Okay, I got my student loan lates updated. Partner Cornita has done the same thing, okay? Goodwill is good to start with first, active and current now. If you're dealing with a student loan that is really delinquent and defaulted and you need to get it back positive quickly, and you're like, why would you need to do that? People sometimes get garnishments and they get their refund checks taken away and stuff like that. Rehabilitating the loan can be a possibility. You can also send a letter to exercise your equity and look for a master promissory note. We have it all for you in the Beyond Committed package, 609creditrepair.com. We can do this work for you. Okay, we can dispute negative items for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. All right. This is interesting. Husband passed away. Okay, sorry to hear this. Sorry to hear that. Husband passed. Can his credit card people come after me if I was not authorized to use it? Okay, if it's not a joint account, they should be leaving you alone. If it's not a joint account, they should be leaving you alone. Sometimes, like I personally have USAA, okay? USAA doesn't allow for authorized users. They only allow for joint accounts, okay? So if, let's say that was one, then if you're actually on it and you signed an agreement to be a part of that and to utilize that, then maybe. But for the most part, credit stays separate. Credit stays separate. So as was his credit and his issues and his liabilities, usually they don't come after you, okay? Carl Jr., shake my head, let's see. Need my service card? Okay. Let me make sure that you have the website, theawesomelife.com. Great. And of course, the do-it-yourself side. Some people asking. Okay, cool. Do all late payments come off after 7 years on paid in full account from first date of delinquency? Look, your late payments are supposed to come off after 7 years. I personally looked at my own report, had stuff that was older than that as well. I've seen other people with reports that have stuff that's older than 7 years. It's supposed to come off. But think about it. Think about it. They have hundreds of millions of different trade lines, right? Maybe billions of little data in there. Their system's supposed to do it, but it may not. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, right? So you got to push on them. You got to say, okay, let me dispute this negative item. Let me go ahead and get this knocked out. Let me go ahead and take care of it. Let me do your job for you, right? That's the idea. So Yes, it's supposed to come off. Yes, it should. Yes, it needs to. Yes, by law. So yes, yes. But if it doesn't, dispute those suckers. 609creditrepair.com. Credit union debt. Great. Okay. Credit union debt is interesting. Credit unions sometimes maintain good docs. Sometimes they don't. You can dispute that as well. If you have a relationship with them, okay, I had a pretty good relationship with USA. It's not a credit union, but they actually, this is very intriguing. They actually opened up, it was a negative account, disputed it. It came off, but I opened up a new account and they gave me all the good time on time credit history. Very interesting. I'm not sure how they did that for me, but maybe because I was in the military or whatnot. It was really cool. And I paid on time after that. So I had all the on-time payments I missed, disputed that negative one, got all the on-time payment history, and then the new on-time payment history because I started paying on time. So credit union is interesting. It's intriguing. You can start with the dispute process, see what they do for you. If you have negative items, you could dispute just those late payments, right? There's a lot of options for you. They want to help you more than a big bank. So you're going to be able to work with them a little bit. It's going to be interesting for you, okay? $305, tracking hard. You're 100% a blessing from the Lord. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much, 305. My Jewelers Club card. Oh, here we go. Thank you for a super chat. When can I apply for Jewelry Club card and how do I do so? Okay. Let me get you the link. All right. Jewelers Club card. Bam. Okay. Subprime lending, basically credit card information, trade line. Yeah. So let's say your credit score is less than optimal, right? It's below 600s and the 500s. You can apply. They have some slight means, okay, some slight things, okay, and how it works. All right. So you usually have to purchase something from them, it's like $100 or something like that. But you just got to be 18 years or older, U.S. citizen, valid social. They do want to make sure that you have income to pay back. Okay, that's part of the Card Act. Okay, so Card Act, like we talked about in the beginning, if you're 18, between 18 and 20, you're not 21 yet, you got to at least prove that you can pay back the information, complete their own loan. Hey, credit history, good or bad, you can potentially be approved. All right, they just don't want you to go through any active bankruptcies at this time. My Jeweler Club card. Okay. Now this my Jewelers Club card, you'll be able to get 5K in a revolving trade line with that store. Okay. And thank you, Jera, for getting that. I appreciate that. And if you have any other questions about it and you have any concerns, also, I'm gonna let you know, New Coast Direct, okay, is similar to them. And I'll give you that as well. Great. And this helps credit utilization. This helps having revolving credit again. When we're rebuilding credit, you're going to need revolving credit. Installment loans help. And that open-end Amex card that we've talked about. All right. That open-end charge cards. Those are all important. They all go into the mix. Okay. Okay, Desmond. Thank you very much for your super chat. I appreciate it. Sent out my first round of letters. Had a separate mailing address together with my address on my ID. Will that be an issue? Okay. You got an address on your ID. You got your address, the social. They have your address as something in there. Okay. They verify who you are with that address that's in there from your ID. They match up your social. They find out who you are. Your mailing address, okay, can be something else. Again, your mailing address can be something else. You could have like a P.O. box you get your mail at, but who you are, how they utilize to verify who you are, as long as that's on the bureaus and the reports, you're going to be okay. It's when they don't have that address and they can't link it up and they can't say, well, we don't know who you are. We don't want to do this dispute, right? Nonsense, but that's the game they like to play. So you should be okay. Now, moving forward, if you want to have that one solid address, that one good name, man, I've seen multiple spellings of people's names, my names, different addresses that were incorrect with mine. I mean, it's wild, the inaccuracies that come into play, okay? So having things 100% accurate is super important. We've got the address update letter. You can get that in the Beyond Committed package, 609creditrepair.com, all right? We can do this work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. And if you have any questions or concerns, please make sure to get to my email. I'm going to put my email in here because, you know, sometimes we'll be going long in the chat. I don't see everybody's email or everybody's message, so I want to make sure I get all your emails. Email me. Let's see. Yes, King Hook, straight out of the gate. You freeze LexisNexis and a lot of your smaller bureaus, ARS, SageStream, CoreLogic, MIB if you have medical issues. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, okay? And your letters, let me go ahead. Email, if you need to get in touch with me, have any other questions or concerns about anything, let me know, okay? Anyone, please email me, please. But yes, absolutely, we do the LexisNexis, ARS, SageStream, CoreLogic, SageStream, freeze it all up, okay? Let's see, whoops, sorry, Garrett, that's funny stuff, okay. Okay, Skylar, this is a great question. And the should you do this, should you do that? Okay, it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. But Skylar Dart, well, I have a car repo and that they said that as long as I pay them $250 a month on the remaining balance, I can have it not on my credit report. Should I make payments to them? I don't have a car anymore. Should you make payments? Should you? It's up to you. Your financial situation is up to you. Okay, $250, I mean, that's good. I'm like, you do some good stuff with that money, right? Monthly. We have people who dispute their repos. We have people who dispute their negative accounts. Some people are disputing the deficiency, okay? Prove to me that you sold it for X amount of dollars and it had this value and I could go to the auction and pick it up, and that you have all the documents you have to say that you can collect on this, you know? So you have all those options to you prior to just paying them. It's up to you, okay? We give you the information. You can get this. You can dispute it. You could potentially have it removed. They may not be able to collect if they can't verify, okay? But if you were like, well, look, it's no problem to me. This is my financial situation. This is my situation. I can handle it. Do you, you know, more power to you. But if you have any questions, and it's interesting because everybody's repossession is different. Everybody's repossession is different. They come on private property. They didn't come on private property. They gave you a notice that they were going to sell it, but they didn't give you the deficiency notice. They gave you a notice that they were going to sell it, but they didn't let you know that you could go get it. All sorts of different things, okay? So I'm going to put my email here and email me with any specifics you might have. Bankruptcy dispute. You can use the 609 dispute letter for LexisNexis for the 3 bureaus to dispute the bankruptcies. We've seen it. You can dispute those, okay? You can freeze LexisNexis to help as well. If it's a dismissed bankruptcy, okay, we have the special dismissed bankruptcy letters, which we have talked about here before. You can get them, okay? We have them, 609creditrepair.com. And if it's dismissed, okay, if it's dismissed, you have, I don't want to say a better chance or easier chance, but it's a different process, okay? And there's different letters for dismissed, yeah? So we've talked about the PACER system is not accurate and complete, all right? It talks about section 1681, okay? It is only fair that it is in accordance with section 1618 and 1681 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You delete this from my credit report and send me an updated report, all right? There's some very special dismissed filing bankruptcies issues because it's never 100% adjudicated. It wasn't 100% complete or discharged. It's very difficult for them to substantiate something that in the eyes of the law didn't exist. That's the whole reason it was dismissed. That's why people want to, you can't just go to court and then the court case is there even though it was dismissed. That's the whole reason. Oh, it was dismissed. You're innocent or you're not guilty or whatever. It's done. That's not reality anymore. It'd be different if it was discharged, right? So there's a special process. It's a little bit different, but it's very, very strong. Very, very, very strong. Let's see, is this true about, hold on, sorry. I have to scroll here. Let's see. Ken has Kane on his. How long does it take to raise credit score? It depends on what negative items you have and what you're going for and what you need. What's CFPB? Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Sorry. CFPB.org, CFPB.gov, CFPB.gov, consumerfinance.gov. You can take a look. I'll put that here for you. Janet, CFPB site, consumer protection. Hey, Garrett already got that for us. Thank you very much. Nice to see the subscribe tribe here. I really appreciate you guys coming in on your weekend, having a good time here, sharing information with each other, sharing each other, your testimonials, your reviews. Everything is just a blessing. It really is. To be able to get up and to be of service to you guys, I really, really appreciate it. All right, so if you're watching this replay, please give a thumbs up if this video helping you out. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hit the subscribe button, that bell for notifications. The next time I go live, you get the notification, and then we can have a good time dialogue here. Okay. Does the address on my driver's license need to be the same as a mailing address showing who I am? Okay. Does the address on my driver's license need to be the same as the mailing address when showing who I am? Okay. Again, if you have the address on your ID that's on your reports, I've seen it. I've seen multiple addresses on mine. They'll be able to verify who you are and be able to run your disputes. At some point, the idea is to update your address and your ID and your utility bill and have only one good address. Now, if you have a mailing address, you want to keep that, you want to, whatever, then that's on you. That's cool. You're trying to have P.O. box, whatever. That's cool. That's different. You utilize what you need to, how you need to, okay? But you're going to be able to verify who you are, and they're going to be able to run your dispute. Let's see. All right. Someone asked how to freeze CoreLogic. I'm about to give y'all that information right here. Okay. So let's see. I know someone was asking, how do you freeze CoreLogic carrier? Okay. We have a letter that you can utilize, and there is this PDF you can send into them. You just fill it out, boop, send it in, good to go. All right, let's see here. Do a few more. Skylar. Well, okay. You're welcome, Skylar. You're welcome. Wow, comfort lining. Denture adhesives, thermoplastic denture, comfort lining. Okay. She says, subscribe tribe here. To the new people here, Brandon is the man. I have used his 609 letters to clear my credit and raise my score to purchase my own home. Congratulations. Congratulations. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Thank you for letting us know. This potentially could happen for you as well. You can do the disputes yourself. 609creditrepair.com. You could potentially get in your own home. We have testimonial videos. I think Angela was one of them who got her dream home. You could potentially be the next one. Okay. We can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Send out disputes on your behalf and potentially find violations on your reports, get negative items deleted for you, potentially have your score boosted. All right. It can happen for you as well. Hit the subscribe button and bell for notifications. All right. If you're watching this replay, I really appreciate you. All right. Now, Let's see. Sorry. Okay, if the credit bureau comes back verified, yes, we've seen this before. You can send your next round, but go directly to the collectors. Use potentially a 623 method letter. Ask the creditor, the original creditor, what information they have to maintain such records and such documentation to keep your charge off on there. Or if they say, well, it's with the collector now, then you can go ahead and say, well, I tried with the collector. They didn't have nothing. They had nothing. So how are you reporting? How are you keeping it on? You know what? I'm going to have to report y'all. Okay. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Okay. Ron, blessings. Thank you. Demasta, you missed the beginning. No worries. If you watch the replay, I really appreciate it. And if you do watch the replay, and again, if you're watching the replay now, feel free, shoot me an email, put some comments down below. Let me know how your credit repair is going. If you're getting credit boost, if you have any questions, put some comments down there. Let me know. I look a lot to the comments and the emails to create videos for you, to know what y'all are looking for, what y'all want. Okay, that's why more people are asking about this new Ultrafico. They're worried, they're frightened, they're nervous, want to quiet, now you don't have to worry about that, right? They have questions about these collections, how to delete things, bank account information, all this stuff. We've gotten a nice little review here too towards the end here. We're going to do a couple more questions, so put your questions up here real quick. But this individual was saying they were nervous at first, they didn't know, they wanted to buy this product or not. Veronica was saying, but she had a gut feeling. I finally got around to sending out my dispute letters, and sure enough, my credit score from one of my credit bureaus has gone up. I'll be sending out my second round of dispute letters to the other credit bureaus. I hopefully will be purchasing my new home next year, 2019, with a credit score of 700. I bring that up because we've had an individual, comfort lining, thermoplastic denture adhesive, saying that they were able to purchase their own home. Okay, so you potentially could do the same. Now, let's see here. Let's see. I know I missed a couple questions. If I'm current on my payments and I have no negative items, can I dispute my debts? Okay, so if you dispute and the card comes off your report or the loan comes off, that could potentially bring your score down, right? That could potentially bring your score down. I gotta let you know, potentially bring your score down. But if it helps your credit utilization, it's such a large loan, right? Student loans, mortgage, something like this, some crazy car. It might help, might not. You have to know. You can always ask, just like the Fair Credit Reporting Act, under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, you can dispute anything you'd like. Okay, you can always ask to see an original instrument of indebtedness. You can ask to exercise your equity, and if they can't produce something like that, you potentially could, dispute the debt. But this is something that is more advanced, and you're going to have to decide if this is worth for you all that good on-time payment history. You're current, you got on-time payments, you have no negative items. You're going to be cautious. You got to be cautious about removing good on-time payment history. Okay, you want to maintain that as best you can. Let's see, Garrett, lawyer. Financial protection, okay. What's up from Junior Mendina? What's up from Southern Cali? Hey, how are you? All right. And I think someone got to this comment question. Yes. Luis, hey, Brandon, I'm monitoring Experian reports. How do I monitor my Experian reports? Since Credit Karma only shows TransUnion and Equifax. All right. Y'all know, don't be playing with no Credit Karma, man. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Credit Karma is all right. It gives you a ballpark. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not gonna say it's amazing. It's not the real stuff. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Okay. I'll give you a ballpark. I'll give you a ballpark. I'm not gonna say it's all bad because it's free and people need to utilize what they need to utilize. But you can invest in something, right? You can invest in something. You're good. A lot of people want to buy cars and homes and all this sorts of stuff. You can invest in something that is like a MyFICO. Now, if you don't want to spend that kind of money, if you don't want to spend that kind of money, then you could always use maybe like a privacy guard for $1 for 7 days, or a credit check total for $1 for 7 days. Just make sure that you know what it's costing you, and that if you don't want to be charged, you can, end it before you get charged. Okay. And let's see. Okay. How do you properly file a complaint with CFPB? Thank you for letting me know, Demasta. Thank you, Jera, for letting me know about the super chat. Thank you, Demasta, for the super chat. Okay. So how do you properly file a complaint? Okay. So let's go here, and you can go to their website and you can click submit a complaint. Okay. And then you start a new complaint. clicked, and then you click start your complaint, and they usually generally get back to you in about 15 business days, I guess, or 15 working days, whatever they consider that. The page will load with all this information for you, okay? Now, what you're probably wondering, what is a complaint about? There's all sorts of things, okay? Credit reporting is one, okay? Student loans is one, payday loans, title loans, vehicle loans, debt collectors, all right? So it depends on what you're interested in. So maybe you have a debt collector and you have to deal with nonsense and they're calling you at all hours, or you told them cease and desist, or they're giving you threatening stuff like we're gonna report you if you don't pay, stuff like this, right? So you could click debt collector, or you could click credit monitoring, credit reporting, and you just go through the process. Now, here's the thing about you're probably properly fine. I think this is what you're alluding to, is that you want to know exactly what to say to make them do what the CFPB is going to investigate what you give them. So the better your case is of saying, hey, I sent these letters and this is the disputes and they didn't adhere to such and such laws, the Fair Credit Reporting Act and the Fair Debt Collection Practice Act, and they need to do X, Y, and Z, then that's going to help your case, right? This is why you study and you educate yourself and you watch the videos, because you know how to properly let a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau know what the bureaus are not doing, right? You're like, hey, they haven't provided me any document, instrument of indebtedness, no signed contract, no nothing, right? And I'll tell you what, make sure you have my email, okay? So I keep putting my email here because I really want you to, if you have any questions or concerns, you should be able to get a hold of me. There you go. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. Super chat. And thank you, Jeff. David, your company has helped get almost everything off my credit reports, all the negatives, scores about the same. Okay, David. So this is what we've found out, and this is what I have found out. It takes time for them to report the good. Yeah, they love to report the bad quickly. You get one little negative mark, boom, they can't wait. Next hour, it's on the report somehow. Paying off your debt brings down your score. But if you get negative items off, sometimes it takes a little bit more time for them to rescore, get that rebucketing, that rescore, getting that new scorecard. It's a time thing, and certain reporting, certain places report differently, so you might see things differently on a My FICO. So that might be something worth looking into. Yes, let's see here. Yes, okay, and Jera gave you the link, Demasta, to CFPB, okay. Yante Hall, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless. God bless you as well. I appreciate you for doing that, and we're excited to work with you as well. All right? Good. Man, I just found out the house I bought had a fire and used a large claim. I'm having problems getting a home insurance. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me. A little sneeze there. All right, I'm back. I just found out the house I bought had a fire and used a large claim. So they put a claim in the house. Maybe there's some damage still. Maybe they're a little worried. So I'm having trouble getting homeowner insurance. It appears that it's LexisNexis database. How can I remove this? That's interesting. Okay, it's a little outside of the credit repair side, but it's very intriguing. So what I would say is talk to the insurance company. Ask them where they see this and how you can find this information for yourself. You say, look, I'm not sure this is 100% accurate. I need to make sure. And you need to make sure that's 100% accurate. Maybe they said the fire happened back last year in January and it happened back last year in March. Okay. Everything needs to be accurate on these reports. Okay. Maybe they said the fire was electrical fire and it was a grease fire. Maybe they said the claim was for X amount of dollars and it was actually for Y amount of dollars. All this stuff needs to be substantiated. So ask them where they're seeing their information. Maybe reach out to LexisNexis, find out. Okay, this is a little outside the credit repair side, but this is very intriguing. I'm excited for you to be able to get your home insured. And let's look into this some more. I'll do a little bit more research and make sure that we stay in correspondence. Now, Christy. Wow, Christy. When filing with CFPB, okay, it'll allow you to upload information that you need to any supporting documentation. It works, okay? She was able to knock out some stuff. So thank you very much, Christy. I appreciate you for letting us know. It's on your clue report, Milton. Yeah, you might want to pull any clue report you might have on such property. Ask them how you can get that information. You should be able to take a look at it, especially since now it's your property. Heavy mechanic, property loss, A+ in New Jersey. Interesting. Allergic. And Jera says, I'm allergic to these credit bureaus, all right? I'm allergic to these credit bureaus. These jokers, these credit bureau jokers, these collection jokers. I'm allergic to it. We're here 100% credit repair. We stays on our credit repair, all right? Thank you. I'm getting a healing. I'm getting a healing from doing this credit repair. I'm leveling up. You sent your second round, but they're messing with you. Yeah, you might want to file a complaint with CFPB. And we got the demand letter. We got the demand letter. Make sure you're also disputing with the collectors, all right? Great, Dean. Good question. Made final rehabilitation payment. Do I wait 30, 60 days to see what happens with the credit bureaus, or should I dispute right away? Okay. Everybody's excited, right? You just want to know. I want to get this up. See what happens with the reports. See what happens with your score. See what happens. You just completed a huge program for yourself. Congratulations. Your credit score might go up. All right. May not. Might be good. Might be bad. Why not? But then you can adjust fire one step at a time. Yeah. All right. Yeah. How do I dispute paid collection account with the original creditor? States reported paid collection. This is great. We've talked about it a little bit here in the beginning, but we're going to be more specific. Okay. A 623 letter method letter is going to be really solid in that because you paid the collector, which means they were supposed to have a right information for you to pay. Now, hey, look, you've already paid, so we can't undo that with a time machine, right? But the creditor should have documentation proving that they can keep such a charge off on your account. If they can't, which they shouldn't have been able to because they've sent it all to the collector so you would pay, right? They shouldn't be able to substantiate it. So what will happen is they said we have moved all documentation to the collector, which will then allow you to utilize that in your disputes with the bureaus or with the CFPB, showing them, hey, they don't have any information to substantiate this charge off. It is all with the collector in which I have paid. And just because you paid, let me make this very clear. Just because you pay a bill or a debt doesn't necessarily substantiate it as yours. Of a friend, you can buy them a meal. That's not necessarily your food. That's a gift. Okay, and it's very clear. Law is pretty clear about gifts. It now becomes that person's. This is a little different, a little sidetracked here, but yes, potentially someone could pay. We have friends and family who have helped each other pay debts. Doesn't make that their debt. We've seen juniors and seniors with different names, the seconds and thirds. We've seen people with similar names think it's their debt and pay. It doesn't necessarily make it yours. It doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to be on your report. All right. My email. Email me, Arnell, for your information. Because we're about to get off this live. We're about to let y'all enjoy your weekend, your afternoon, your Saturday, your Sunday. Desmonique, happy Veterans Day for the vets. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. That's very kind. All right. about to look up. All right, let's see here. Sorry. Darnell Ford. All right, thank you. I need some help with the 609 credit? Absolutely, Carlos. We got my email. You can shoot me an email. All right. I tried to get it to as many questions as I could this afternoon. Saturday, it's been a blast. I look forward to doing the next live stream with y'all, okay? 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. If this video helped you out, please give a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this content, this value, this content, please give a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, all right? You've got my email, yes? I appreciate you all. It is a blessing to be a service to you in the subscribe tribe. You make it totally worth doing this every single day. So thank you so much. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.